Hello everybody, welcome back. So this recipe is dedicated to my dad. My dad's name is Jim. My dad's name is Jim, or Papa Jimmy if you are one of the kids. So he is a spaghetti fanatic, and this is a recipe that I always make at my house, and then I send him a photo because we send each other images of like how much pasta we physically can eat in a bowl, and we both agree that the limit does not exist. So here it goes. Here goes Dad. I'm gonna put it in your fridge later, so this is gonna be a recipe that you can actually eat. Here goes this crab pasta for my dad. So we're going to be a little bit lazy, and when I mean lazy is I can't bother chopping a whole lot of things. So we're gonna throw things in a mini blender. Thank you, Kmart, for this. Actually, no, thank you, I paid for that. But anyway, we're gonna use lots of garlic, lots and lots of garlic. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 whole garlics. This is a big boy. That's a big boy garlic, but I still would count it as one. So 5 whole garlics, throwing straight into the blender. We're going about a handful of parsley, a Leah handful of parsley, that's fine. Fresh parsley, throw that in. We want to use fresh, it's very important. And then these chilies, they're long red chilies. Some of them are really, really hot, and some of them are mild and you can't taste them. So we're going to use half in case we're on the hot side today. So just chop up half of that. You can add more. If you like the spice, add the whole thing. If you don't like chili at all, just leave it out altogether. And then we're gonna use 1 brown onion. This is like a small sort of brown onion. Just going to take it away. Oh my God, don't watch this. Whoopsies. Now, with this, we want it to be semi-chunky still, but very, very small chop. So I'm gonna chop it into like little cubes so that it cuts evenly, easier. And then what we are gonna do is we are going to get an entire lemon and we're going to rind it. Now the lemon is, we actually are gonna use the whole lemon. It's actually a very important part, but a new part of my recipe actually. I started to add it in because Dad added lemon into one of his recipes that he did. So I copied him, and it's legit. It's really, really good. So let's get all of this. All right, we actually are gonna use the juice of the lemon as well, so keep that with us. All right, that's good enough. We're gonna cut that in half because we are gonna use that. So this goes straight into the blender, and now we're gonna blend that up. So easy. Check out that. That is about the mixture that you kind of like. You want it to be small, chopped really evenly, and then we're gonna throw that into a pan in a minute. With the additions to this recipe, we are gonna use cherry tomatoes. So I've used a whole 200-gram punnet of cherry tomatoes. We're just gonna slice them in half. It doesn't matter what way, because they're all gonna completely cook down anyway. So you just wanna half them. And then with this, we are going to add sliced zucchini. And the reason why I like to add zucchini, it gives it like a really delicious bite to it. Now look at me, cutting like 4 at a time. What a profesh. I feel very accomplished when I did that. They're really soft. These are very ripe tomatoes. Hey, look at that. It's juicy. That's a juicy boy. Okay, stop getting distracted. Here we go. Zucchini. I'm probably gonna add half the zucchini in. We'll use this for some fritters or something later. So we're gonna just go into halfway down, and then we're gonna slice it into half moons. So there we go. We're gonna do about serves 2 of this pasta. And when I say serves 2, it's a me and Dad serves 2. So it's gonna be probably serves 4 to 6. But anyway, so we need Parmesan cheese. I'm just gonna put things on the board where we need it, and then we're gonna go over there and cook. So got our lemon, salt and pepper's already over there. We're ready to go with this. Now, my favorite part, the crab. So this is the crab meat that I use. 100% not sponsored. This is what I found. It's Ocean Blue Swimmer crab meat. It's in a little container when I get it out of this. I prefer actually to use the frozen kind, but it's you can find it sometimes at the fish shop, sometimes you can't, so it's a bit of an unreliable one. This one you can find at Coles. So it's pre-cooked, but it's not like a fishy, and it's not like a canned crab. Like, it honestly tastes really fresh, and it's really, really delicious. So this is what it looks like when I open it up. When I say it's not canned, it is temi in a can anyway. It is fresh. Have a look at that. So it is really, really delicious, and I can use this, but if you use the frozen kind, it's just exactly the same way we're gonna cook it. We're just gonna pop it in there and heat it through. So that's already done. Now, we're just gonna cook our pasta and put it all together. So my favorite part is cooking. So now this takes a lot of like just looking at things, and we know we like to eyeball here. So we're gonna do in a pan about 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil. And I know what you're gonna say, it's too much, but blah, 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 whatever. It's delicious. So we need a lot. Chuck it in there. And then we're gonna cook this onion, garlic, chili, parsley mixture low and slow. So here we go, chuck it all in. You don't wanna miss any garlic bits, so you really need to get all this out. Okay. Cook that, couple of minutes, salt and pepper. I'm gonna add that in now. Again, this is all to taste, and we're gonna keep adding as we're going. So we're gonna go big pinch, salt in first, big pinch, pepper in. Now just leave it alone. Leave it alone just to cook. And then we'll come back and add in our veg, crab, pasta, all ready to go. So actually, while this is sort of cooking, we might pop our pasta on. So this only cooks for like 4-ish minutes. So this is number 3. It cooks in 8 minutes. Woo, we better get going. So this is number 3, spaghetti, obviously, the most important one. I wonder if actually in the comments below, tell me what your favorite spaghetti number is, because I am an adamant person that this number 3 is the ideal. So here we go, into boiling water. I'm just gonna chuck that straight in there. All right, now that it's kind of semi-softened, we're going to add in our tomatoes and our zucchini. We'll throw that straight in. This is gonna be very juicy, I feel, because of how juicy those tomatoes are. If you have homegrown tomatoes, oh, stop it. That could be unreal. All right, they're in there. Now we're gonna cook this 5 minutes until they've softened. And then we do all the little like fairy pieces is what I like to call them, because we're like adding and doing things and changing things as we go. So here we go. I'm just gonna cook this and we'll be back in a minute. Okay, so now we go in with the crab. Everything is cooked and softened really, really well. Straight in with that crab. I know it looks a bit funky, but I promise you it's delicious. And then we're gonna do a big squeeze of lemon. Now these are mum's lemons, and I said that they've got nothing in them. So you want like a good squeeze of a whole lemon is what you want. But these, oh, they're not too bad. Ooh, there we go. Squeeze of a whole lemon. And then while that's in there, while that's cooking about, we want to add a spoonful of the pasta water while it's cooking. So the reason why you do this is the starch from the pasta gets into here and it makes everything really silky and stick to the pasta when you do put it in. I promise you, it's so good. So maybe 2 ladlefuls straight in there. All right. Mix that around. And then if you were using the frozen kind, this is when you just let it cook out until it's completely cooked through. But obviously this one's already cooked, so really we're basically ready to go. I will then season again here, bit of salt, bit of pepper, and then we have some grated Parmesan. So I don't want to hear it with no seafood and Parmesan together, because I promise you, you're missing out. I get told off every single time I do it, and I refuse to listen because I promise you, it's seriously delicious. So spoon of Parmesan, big spoon is what we want. Chucking it straight in there. And we're making like a silky, cheesy sauce to go on the pasta. So this tastes like really garlicky, really lemony. It's so freaking easy, it's so good. So that's it there. If this is starting to look a little dry, you can add some more pasta water in. Now that pasta water was salted, so make sure you salt your pasta water with like a big, not even a Leah pinch, like a bigger one, double Leah pinch. So I'm gonna add like a little ladleful more of this. There you go. And then when that pasta is ready, we'll turn this down on like a little bit of a lower heat. That's it. That's it, done there. All done. You can add a little bit of chili oil at the end, which is what I love to do, so we will do that. But this pasta, let's check it out. Have you ever seen the thing of if the pasta is ready, it sticks to the wall if you throw it? Who knows? It's ready. You can't argue with that. So let's just peel it off. One time I did it on the roof and it didn't come down for like a year, so I'm banned from doing that. Here we go. So let's turn this water off. We're gonna keep the water. Always keep your pasta water, never drain it because you might need it. So we're gonna put this really low, take this pasta from one straight over to the other. Now this is still cooking, so we wanna kind of mix this through as we're doing it. So good, so good. While we're doing this, we wanna add like a bit of Parmesan, bit of pepper. This is what I mean by being a little bit of a fairy, because you're kind of just like doing little things, putting little things as we go. Taking that out. Perfect. Add the last little bit of pasta. I think that's suitable for 2 people. I probably would smash the whole thing, but we're trying to be nice over here. So you want it to be, see how you can, if you pull it, there's silky bits at the bottom. That's what you want. You don't want it to be dry. Alrighty. And that tomato really gives it that like juicy flavor. So we're done here. Let's plate up. I'll add some chili oil. See how we go. All right, let's plate this up. It's gonna be juicy, so we need to go right close. Woo. We're not doing any like fancy pants plating up here. We are just getting all the crab bits, all the good bits. My dad's gotta love this. I definitely have brownie points for being the most favorite daughter, I'm just FYI. Okay, ready? Oh, I'm surprised my shirt is still clean after this. This is great news, because I'm usually an absolute mess, but okay, here we go. That's it there. We're just gonna cut it there. That would be what me and Dad would have as an entree, like not even entree, just a little snack really before entree starts. So then we got chili oil. I'm gonna add some in. I just like to add on top just because I feel like it just makes everything taste more delicious. So ready? Yum. Chili oil is like my staple in everything that I make. And then on top, a little bit of Parmesan cheese. Stop right there. If you don't make this, you're crazy, because this is, is so delicious. So you can swap out the crab for something like prawns, even chicken you could do. So easy. Oh my gosh, guys, this needs to be remade. So the recipe is going to be in the description. It'll be on my website as well. If you want this, please make it. It's got, oh my God, like I can't even speak, that's how excited I am. My mouth is like wet. I'm so hungry. But if you want to make this recipe, everything, all the details you need to know are in the description. Please subscribe, like, comment, let me know if you love it, and I will see you next Monday with something, I don't even know if it's going to be equally as delicious, because this is pretty top tier stuff. But I'll see you next week.